Hi guys, from Pax Europiana, this time from Budapest, from NATO and EU member, Budapest, Hungary, obviously here at the central train station, Keleti. It's very actually well renovated. You see the European flag is there, that's really good, I'm very happy. This old beautiful building here, Keleti, and that's basically the main square here, the railway square, whatever. I will try to find out all this information for you guys. And I will be coming here. I'm coming here basically at the middle of February here during the height of the Ukraine crisis. Obviously to call for solidarity with Ukraine, very important, because Orban is of course Putin's man in Europe and he has stopped everything. He has blocked Ukraine and I will criticize him very much for that. And I will also call against his re-election. Because on the 3rd of April there is elections in Hungary and I hope that the opposition will win and it's the end of Putin's man. Orban has basically betrayed Europe, the values of the EPP, the values of the liberals, the values of Europe. Yeah? Everything he has betrayed in the last 10 years and since 2014 basically. And I came here to Budapest to criticize him for that. You see also the level of a lot of things are in disrepair still 30 years after communism. So instead of him really renovating the city, he has taken a lot of football stadiums, that's the big joke. And he has basically betrayed Europe and I want him to be defeated. I have been in the past a supporter of him. I regret that. He has done the flat tax. That was very good. You know, that was the only good thing he probably did. But he has rejected and fooled us on the euro. And I call for the euro for Hungary. He has also obviously the whole debate about Trianon and what he's doing to the Slovaks, very bad. To Romania, very bad, and I really despise him for that. He has also explained us what is Christianity while he was selling out Europe to Russia, and he has then this, with all respect, yeah, I'm absolutely liberal on everybody gay, but who is telling me that he is the big Christian, and then they escape, defeat this guy, you know. It was unbelievable. You remember the story in when they were running away from the police at the Corona party, from the gay party? This MEP, the supposedly savior of Christian Europe. I mean, this is total hypocrisy and it's absolutely to be rejected. And I will reject it now these days and I will call for this other personality, Makisai, to be elected. I hope for him. And I call against such kind of abuse of European funds for electoral purposes. That's really outrageous and that's really a big disaster. I have here, obviously, as always, you know, the NATO flag, which he betrayed, the European flag, first of all. Oh no, he betrayed it. He betrayed Europe, Orban, Viktor. You did it, yeah? And of course the NATO flag, he has done more against. I think there's nobody in Europe who has been so mean to Ukraine in the service of Putin after 2014. And I know all the ways why he did it. He got this Pax, not my Pax website, the 10 billion Pax thing, the nuclear power from Rosneft. Yeah. This is the flag you betrayed, Viktor Orban, never forget. I have not forgotten anything. Then he got this gas deal. He got obviously also the whole thing of these gas deals. You know, it's always like the same, cheap gas, some millions for the absolutely ununderstandable cheap gas price from Russia only for Hungary. That's why I call for European-wide gas contracts. The DG Environment, Energy should negotiate all the energy contracts in Europe, no longer corrupt prime ministers like Orban. And then he gets, of course, a lot of kickbacks as well from this money. And I will explain all of this as well. It's also a very centralistic country still. That's also very bad. His politics, his alliance with Vucic, obviously, against Kosovo is also absolutely betrayal of everything. And what else, yeah? Yeah, on taxation, he did good income tax. That was very good, 15%, very good. And 9% corporate tax, that was very good. But then he raised the VAT to unbelievable high levels. That's, of course, too much. You should have 20% only. And that's, of course, very bad. And, of course, I will make a lot of videos on the euro because this country needs the transparency and also the unity of Europe in the euro. That's, of course, my campaign topic here. And about federalism, about his relation with the neighbors. He did some good on infrastructure, not on this railway station, but the highway system is now much better. So there are some good sides as well, highways. Okay, don't, you probably know what I want to allude to him. And on taxation, yes, yeah. But he betrayed the West, he betrayed Ukraine, he betrayed Kosovo. He has been unbelievable close to Vucic in this unholy alliance. Yeah. He's doing this Chinese pivot with this railway system towards Belgrade. There's only, and now this 4 billion loan which he takes in order to buy the Hungarian voters. Yeah? Yes, and also we saved his neck on this train station. I think it was this one where the migration crisis was in 2015, and then the Austrians and the Germans, mainly the Germans, have saved his neck because it was absolutely a big disaster here. And then they were opening the borders. No, they were always open, but they basically said they can come. And then he was making a complete mess out of it, yeah, and claiming us for everything. As if the Austrians or the Germans would be responsible for Putin bombing Aleppo and Idlib and destroying with his butcher friend Assad genocidal campaign. That's what the Russians do, genocidal campaigns. Then the people run away, they run away to Hungary, and then we had the whole mess, and we managed, because we are okay. But that he then later, after we saved his neck, really did all this kind of evil campaigning. Huh? And his visit to Helmut Kohl, the poor old man he was already mentally decapitated, and then he gets this entry because, of course, he was a different Orban in the 90s and in the 2000s. I personally also worked close to his advisors, and I know I had encounters with him. I was speaking at the youth conference in '98, I remember, Fidelitas, and I was speaking as well on this 2004 round when the Hungary joined, and I campaigned. I made the campaign against the old communists not going in the new European Parliament and all these things, and he liked it, yeah. And I was defending him in public in 2002, I remember very much, and I get hundreds of emails back from the European parliamentarians who hated me for that. But I'm coming here now to say that it's time for change. He must go. He can go to retirement. I'm sure in Rosneft and Gazprom he can take the seat of Gneisel, and he can emigrate to Russia, and that's fine for him. But no way that he can stay in power in an EU member country after what he has done against Ukraine. It's high treason, Victor. It's high treason against all the values you ever had, if you ever had any. But that is absolutely unacceptable. Good, that's a bit my beginning of my rant here. And please support Ukraine. Under Putin, thanks, the Ukrainian will be squashed now. And the Hungarians who have been living under under Russian and also Ukrainian in a way, Soviet tanks, yeah, and who were crashed in Budapest. I will show you all these things in the museums. I will go to the Parliament Square now, and I will try to keep you posted and to tell you how it is, how I see this country, and I will call for the end of Orban. Thanks a lot for listening. More to come from Pax Europiana here from Budapest. Bye.